gotta talk again, bro. And this ain't no real like episode of me like giving some like motivational stuff and all that type of stuff. It's me just kind of like rambling. It's what I'm feeling at the moment. This is just what I'm woke up seeing that Bitcoin cross 92K today. I was just excited. My money is going up. Everything that I'm investing, my belief, I'm always being proven right when it comes to what I believe that's going to save me and my family one day. And this is not really a Bitcoin video. This is just me just mentioning this is what has brought this little rant that I'm about to go on to the forefront, dog. Because for a long time, let's say like when 2020 happened, right? 2020 happened, right? I was in a position where most of my income was coming in through just being a video director and a DP and a editor and all that type of stuff, right? So pretty much all the creative stuff that I was doing, that was majority of my income. Like I didn't have a job. Majority of my income was creative stuff, still is. But at that time, COVID happened and things got to the point where we wasn't out here, like we wasn't able to go out here and do creative things anymore for a little while, you know what I'm saying? So my income when it came to the videos and all that type of stuff dropped. Like you talking about me getting budgets of $10,000, $20,000 videos, like stuff like that, and it kind of just like evaporating overnight because we can't even go link or go travel or go do what we got to do, right? And it was just crazy because I found myself stuck in the house with a brand new newborn that was born 2 days before the COVID lockdowns and stuff even like really happened for real. So, it started, we was still in a hospital, like heading home type stuff, you know what I'm saying? So around that time, it was really shaky because now just got a newborn, bruh, and money ain't coming in like that for real. I'm sitting on whatever I got on me at the moment, you know what I'm talking about? And it wasn't much because, I was taking a lot of risk and like doing a lot of stuff, just trying to grow my money and, doing things that I thought was right. So I had a lot of money locked up in the stock market that I wasn't taking out. Had a lot of money locked up in other investments and stuff that I wasn't taking out, right? So doing so, like I had to I found myself in a position where I needed to get money from home, right? So 2020 was like really the year. Like I knew I had to do it, but I thought it was gonna come like down the line. COVID came, kind of shook up my whole plans, and forced me to figure out how to get money online, right? And one of the first things that came across my desk when it came to trying to figure that out was this guy, Chris Johnson, at the time, I think it was Instagram that I saw him. And I just kept seeing him. I kept seeing this dude riding bikes, talking about getting money, talking about starting businesses, talking about investing in stocks and all that type of stuff. And I was just like, yo, he's like everything that I want to do or I see myself doing or I am doing, he's that. And he's doing it online. Like, what is this? Like, what's going on? I want to like get more into it. So a few weeks go by and I'm just watching him on a consistent basis. And he hopped on live one day and did like a little live or whatever. And I was just listening. And then I think like at the end of the live, he had let it be known that he got a investing course that you can purchase that could teach you how to invest in the stock market called Stock Market Gems. And I was just like, no, sorry. He had a course called Build or Bullshit. It was like how to get money online. And it was like a course that was telling you how to go about making money, how to go about getting products made and all that type of stuff. So basically like how you can drop ship or how you can build products and build your own stores and all that type of stuff, online stores. And I was just like, yo, I'm about to get this because this is what I want to do for real. So I got that, started learning. I used that along with another course that I purchased to give me the foundation to start my first clothing line called Human Experience. which I got the shirt on right now. Like I don't know why I'm not saying it, but I started Human Experience. You know what I'm saying? Me and my mom, because that's just one of the things that my mom was always interested in, and she was helping me. So we was kind of just taking the money that she had and the money I had, putting it together to build something. Hopefully, build something for the family and all that type of stuff. The only reason that it's still not going on right now is because I had some hangups about certain things branding wise, and I transitioned it to a whole nother brand called Galvin's. You'll be seeing that hopefully sometime January, February. I'll let y'all know. But I'm sitting there and I'm going through this course and all that type of stuff, and then as I'm putting everything in play, he comes out with another course called Stock Market Gems. I'm like, wait a minute. So now you're teaching people how to also like invest in the stock market how you do. Okay, bet, I'm buying it. Then he had another homie, Todd Capital. Shout out Todd Capital. He had a course that was teaching people how to like trade options in the stock market. And when I tell you that I took like the first 3 6 months to just really go over them courses over and over and over and over and over until I really got it right. But I was also like, the money that I did have, I had like a couple thousand just sitting on me. I did have that. I was putting in the stock market, just seeing like, okay, how does it work when you invest in stocks, or how does certain things move? Just trying to understand everything. Especially, I took some risk when it came to options, like trying to learn options. I remember my very first option play. I don't remember who it was that I invested in, but I put like 20. He was like saying something where you could put like $25 in, and like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna put $25 in and see what's up. So I got something cheap, but for some reason that day it was moving a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I don't remember what it was, but I put $25 in, and I want to say it hit like 60, 70, and I got right out, and I was like, yo, I just made some money, and I didn't clock in for it. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. Like, yo, I was just sitting on the phone, just playing around, just watching it go up. Of course, it was like it didn't go just straight up. Like, you got them thing, it take dips and all that type of stuff. It got pullbacks and all that type of stuff. People always think that as soon as you put some money in, it's gonna go straight to the moon and that's it. Like, nah, you gotta like prepare yourself for all that type of stuff, because he was talking about it in the course, but until I really seen that stuff happening, even though I only put in $25 for these contracts, I was looking at it, and when it goes up and when it go down, you like, oh snap, you feel like you losing money for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's at 40, but it hits down to like 38. 37, you know what I'm saying, before it go back up. You feel like you losing money, so your heart be dropping. Like, I had to learn all that type of stuff. Like, I was a rookie. I had to learn all that type of stuff and how to get comfortable with it, how to make sure that I got things in place that can keep me from losing everything, or as soon as I gain a certain percentage, I know, you know, I got things in place that can get me out as soon as I want to get out. You know, I could just take profit and keep it moving. But I had to learn all this stuff. And I say that to say that was the whole process of me trying to learn how to make money from home outside of putting actual labor and manual work into every single thing, every single little detail, right? And that is something that saved me in my life, and is still saving me now. And in fact, I took those courses and I spreaded them along, like all my homies, family, whoever I love and hold close to my heart, near and dear, that I really care about. I made sure that everybody at least got the courses. But I could really only tell you like 3 people that really like locked in and actually took the courses and like still watch them to this day, and we still talk about it and all that type of stuff. I can't say they like seen every single thing, because people still ask me this, the most basic stuff that's still in the courses. I'm like, bro, but you watch it. Like, how do you not have the same knowledge that I have, or the same understanding? I don't understand. But just like that, I feel like not only did these guys change my life, I also changed the homies around me life. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't know about this stuff before I did. So one of the things about me is that back in high school, even a little bit of middle school, people was always calling me the money man, right? If you want to make some money, you go to me. You come to me because I can teach you how to make some money or get some money or whatever. And to be honest, I never really liked that back then because I guess it was just too much on me, like holding somebody's financial health in my hands, if that makes sense. I didn't care for that, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, back then I knew I was leading them down the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily the best way for them to keep or maintain their freedom and to build on what they had going on. So when I got to the point where I was 17 years old, and I was invited to a meeting to come and hear about a business opportunity with my mom. And then I get there and I see what it is, and it's this company called Evolve Health. I got it tatted on me because I was young and dumb. Evolve Health, right? At the end of the day, it was like a multi-level marketing business, and I did it. And while I was doing it, man, I was making money for a person that ain't never had a job. Couldn't really get money legally. You know what I'm saying? I say that couldn't really get money legally because every time I tried to get a job, I was just not getting hired. So I was just like, man, whatever I can do, I got a little bread to invest and make something happen. So let me just hop on this. So I hopped on that, and I could tell you, bro, like being around all them people, all those mentors and all this type of stuff, like being around real millionaires at the time and like going to their houses and like seeing where they live at and how they live, going with them to like go purchase these foreign cars and all that type of stuff is just like it's cool as hell. I'm down in Eagles Landing almost every damn weekend. Eagles Landing is like a real like solid, wealthy community down in McDonough, Georgia. I want to say McDonough, Georgia, if that's it. I forgot. But I was going down there, 17 years old. Instead of hanging with the homies, I was just going out there every single weekend. And like I got people that was like way above me, like real executives in the business and all that type of stuff. And I would just go out there just to like go chill. But at the same time, it wasn't just me chilling as a 17-year-old. They was like literally like they had me sitting up in front of them, like present this to me, sell this to me. Like they teaching me they tactics at 17 years old. Like no problem. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is I invited my brothers, I invited my homies. Only one of my brothers and one of my homies got down with me, but they wasn't locked in as much as I was when it came to it, because to me, I'm like, man, this is my only, like, I don't want to go do nothing else. Like, I've been doing the wrong stuff. My brother just got locked up. He just got 20 years, bruh. Like, I can't keep doing the stuff that I'm doing right now. I got to find a way out of this. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to find a way. And that ended up being my way, to the point where I got to the point where I'm saying this to say that this was my first experience at selling online, and I already knew that I can do it. It's just been a while since I've done it, right? Because that was my first time being introduced to e-commerce, right? Even though it really wasn't it was e-commerce. But we are selling Archaea active formula in water and in gel, right? People thought that was so crazy, right? But I got so many testimonies. If I still have my website, you can see all the testimonies of people that I had when I sold them this water or this gel. It was just crazy stories, to the point that I didn't even understand it. And I really wish those two products were still around with that business, because I would get right back down just to at least go purchase something. Because the biggest thing I can take from that is the testimony of a person that we got into the business at the same day. was we was at this health conference or whatever, and they had like a booth where people was getting tested for their diabetes or something like that. And this one lady, I forgot her name. This one lady, she got tested, and we like right next to it because I guess they already knew as people leave here, they can try this and we can, say we helped you with your diabetes, like come here, type thing. But I think I don't remember, her sugar was sky high. Like her levels was sky high. I want to say in the 500s or something like that. And the person was like, they was almost like screaming at her. You know what I'm saying? It was like, what are you doing being inside? Like, you ain't do this, you ain't do this. Like, you just been sitting around there. I saw you eating and all that type of stuff. Like, you need to go home and just lay down. I'm like, what the fuck? Go ahead. At the time, I didn't have diabetes, so I didn't understand. But my mom had it at the time. So my mom heard the whole thing. And as the lady was walking away, she was crying. Like, I think the lady told her something about like, you need to go lay down because you could die. Like she made it seem like it was just like hella dramatic and all that type of stuff. Instead of like trying to help, she was just like scolding her, right? And my mom pulled her to the side while she was crying, was just like, hey, don't even listen to what they saying. I already know how it is. Things happen, but the most important thing is we get you right. And I feel like I have something that can help you get right. And it was the water. And the lady was like, no, you just heard her. Like, I can't eat or drink anything. I got to go home and lay down. And my mom was like, trust me. I have diabetes as well. I know how it can get. Please, just take a sip of this. And then come back in 5 minutes and let's check again. And the lady just she didn't take a sip. She took a whole bottle, right? She took a whole bottle of this. And she drank it. She probably came back in like 20 minutes. And she went straight to my mom and said, I don't want to go do this because I don't think anything is going to change. I'm starting to feel bad for myself or something like that, she said. And my mom was just like, I promise you, you drank the whole bottle. You're going to be more than good. So the lady goes to get the test, and the same lady that was scolding her was talking stuff again, so she refused to test her. So the other person tested her. It was like, oh, you're in like, I want to say it was like 160, 150, like something like that. So she dropped in 20 minutes from all the way up there to this. And the lady was like jumping for joy. The person that was scolding her, she was like shocked, and she was like looking like we got to the point that day where, man, we sold out, because not only did she give that testimony, but she joined the business that day under my mom, and she was locked in on my mom. Like, she thought my mom was the angel that she needed in her life type thing, right? And the people that was like at the little diabetic testing thing, they was like, yo, let us get some of that water. You know what I'm saying? Then we introduced them to jail, and like, so basically, like, me and my mom just stumbled up on like a once in a lifetime company. Before things went awry, they had everything right. And because of that testimony, that was my like, oh yeah, let me take this serious, because this is not just a get rich quick scheme. I'm actually seeing that this is changing people's lives. Like, I've seen, like, it was helping with weight loss and all that type of stuff. Like, I had a cousin that was ordering my stuff from me on auto ship all the time, like just cases. And I seen her like 2 months later. Like, she was like a real heavy set person, and she ended up being like damn near bones. And it was like, man, I don't know what the hell is in this water, but boy, like, it helping people for real. I'm seeing things change when it comes to people, right? So it was almost like it was selling itself at the time, right? I'm saying all this to say, because of that, I believed in it so much that I was pushing it and putting whatever money I was getting, I was just putting ads and doing all this, like just trying to take advantage of like social media, LinkedIn and Google, as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't really a time where Instagram was really prominent. So I'm more so like on LinkedIn. I'm more so on Twitter. I'm more so on just Google, just trying to like figure it out that way. I'm not Instagram and TikTok and all that type of stuff. Wasn't really on that. You know what I'm saying? But it got to the point where the message was spreading so quick that I was getting people just finding me from my ads. And they like, yo, I heard about this from somebody else, but I couldn't find their information. I found your stuff on ads, or I found your stuff in this little post or whatever, because everybody that was in the business was much older than me. I think it was only me and two other young people that was actually in the business for real. So I'm the youngest person. I'm just like figuring out how to do ads. I didn't know how to do ads. I was just putting money up, just like, I want to reach this many people. This is how much I got to spend per day. I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? And it was working, man. I'm talking about to the point where I'm getting like, man, I'm making real money. Like, I wouldn't say real, like at the time, to be a 17-year-old that never had a job, and like that's like 2009, 2010 type shit. Like, I'm making a good, it was days I was making $2,000 a day. It was times I'm making $500-$700. You know what I'm saying? It was like months I'm making like a good 6,000-8,000, just like people, just off people just seeing my ads and just buying because they couldn't find whoever introduced them to it, but they found me. So we get on them calls, them emails, or they just go right to my website and just order, to the point where I'm just going to the mall every time I get paid, and I'm just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm just splurging. You know what I'm saying? I spent a lot of money trying to get other things going on when it came to music and studio time, buying cameras, doing this, doing that, doing a lot of shopping, taking these girls out because I was just, you know what I'm saying, young and dumb, bro. But I say all that to say that there's a time in your life, there was a time in my life where I was on making money from the comfort of my home, but I didn't really understand it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see the long-term mentality behind that play. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I was just happy to not have to go to a job or clock in and be struggling, and I'm making real good money, and I just didn't want to be caught up in the streets or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just making this money and I'm just doing whatever. I didn't have a plan. You know what I'm saying? A lot of young people, when they get this money, they don't really got a plan. They don't really know how to take that money, take that active money and make it passive or make it semi-passive or whatever you want to call it. They don't know how to invest in the stock market. They don't know how to invest in crypto, Bitcoin. They don't know how to invest in real estate. They don't know how to take that money and make their own businesses and all that type of stuff. But that's the thing. Like, we really have to take the time out of our day to learn it for ourselves completely so we can guide the younger people at the same time. Because if somebody would have gave me the information that Chris gave me the information that Todd gave me the information that Dantes gave me, Hollywood Shaq, like people like this, like, bro, I would be far and beyond belief if I had that knowledge when I was young, 17, 18, making all that money. But it's not too late now. Like, at the same time, just because you miss those times don't mean that you can't recreate them in a different way with an actual established base. You know what I'm saying? I say all that to say I'm in the process of getting right back, like, heavy into the stock market, heavy into Bitcoin. Bitcoin crossed 92. How long? We live. It's 1:30 my time. We're going to see it live. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just go to Robinhood because it's quick. Where is it at? Yeah, boy. I don't know if y'all can see. Bitcoin crossed over 92. It crossed over 93 today at 93,254. But I say that to say, like, man, we got to get more into the finances on this channel, because I'm not sure if a lot of people that's listening to this channel subscribe to this channel. I got 600 some subscribers, man. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. I got all y'all subscribers, but then watch hours ain't up. So, you know what I'm saying? Something is not connecting all the way, but we gonna fix it. But yeah, I say that to say, like, we got to get more into finance. We got to get more into understanding our personal finance. We got to get more into understanding how this economy works in general, period. And I've been on a little rampage when it comes to just learning that over the years, and even just recently. I'm gonna link first of all, foremost, I'm gonna link Chris Johnson's YouTube down in the description, so go check him out. I'm gonna link this new thing that I'm watching right now, where I really think y'all need to understand what's going on in our world and the whole thing about money. Is called Hidden Secrets of Money. All 10 episodes. I'm gonna link that down too in the description. Yeah, man, I really need y'all to understand that we got to change this conversation when it comes to being a man. At the end of the day, when it comes to being a man, our main thing is to provide, and people think that that's always going to be financially. So if we playing the money game, that means we got to really know how to play the money game and how to equip ourselves to really play the money game. So whenever you get off that job, at least you got some investments helping you to really establish yourself. At least you got some a business that you don't really got to work in. At least you got a business that you do work in. At least you got something going on outside of that job that's bringing you extra income to really establish yourself and help you set up your family for life. We also got to get into trust and like doing that. We also got to get into corporations. I see a lot of people talking about LLCs, when I think the main thing that people need to be doing is start to study corporations. I've had plenty of LLCs. I know how to set them up and all that type of stuff is no problem, no issue. But I think everything that you're seeking when it comes to business can be so much easier when it's done in the right entity, right? And I think that entity is a corporation. So whatever knowledge I'm sitting on, I want to push it and give it to y'all as well, as what I'm saying when it comes to this channel. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I aim to do. So a lot of this stuff, I just want y'all to be really have a strong foundation. That's everything about me. Like, you got to have a plan, and on top of that plan, you got to have a foundation that can help that plan work and become the best that it needs to be for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, I don't really want to go too deep into this. I just wanted to like kind of touch the base of like what I want to start talking about on this channel. It's just, I'm taking a lot of time to realize that one of these days we are going to be in a situation where the dollar is going to completely be gone. And it might happen sooner than later. So while that is in the process of happening, how are you going to protect yourself financially or get yourself financially stable in another way that doesn't mess up what you have going on at home or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, inflation is high, inflation is crazy. It's time to really try something else. So as I really learn and dive into Bitcoin even more, even deeper, I'm going to just share my thoughts, share my opinions, share my understandings. Chris Johnson is going crazy on Twitter every single day about Bitcoin. And I just be looking at this stuff 24/7. And then I go just do my little deep dive and all that type of stuff. And I just be like, oh, I'm understanding more. At first, when it came to Bitcoin, I put a little money in it here and there, just like skeptical, like, I don't see this lasting. I don't really understand it. And it was mainly because I just couldn't get the right information to help me understand it. But Chris was always somebody I looked at like, yo, if anybody can help me understand it, it's him. And over time, he been talking about it. I just been, okay, I'm learning this, I'm learning that, I'm learning this, I'm learning that. And then it got to the point where he's like, watch this video, watch these videos, read this book, do this, do that. Get on to this person and what they talking about because this is how he's learning. So success leaves clues and they build blueprints for you. So I just want to link him, man. I'm gonna link him. I'm gonna link his YouTube and I'm gonna link his Twitter and his Instagram, right? Because I just want y'all to like really this ain't no paid whatever y'all think it is. I'm very passionate about helping people, bro, especially when it comes to finances, because I remember like just being, like I said, being young and dumb and just spending all my money, and I didn't have nobody to like actually show me the right way. You know, my grandpa Roosevelt always told me when we was young, start investing in stocks when you get older. Invest in stocks. But every time we asked him how do we invest in stocks, he didn't know how to tell us how to invest in stocks. So all my life when I was young, I always heard invest in stocks because that's how you can get wealthy. But I never had nobody to teach me or show me, right? So when I came upon Chris Johnson, I was just like, yo, like, I am truly grateful to this man because he really changed generations over here. You know what I'm talking about? Like, people were trying to tell me that, you know, buying a course was a scam. It's like, bruh, not every course is a scam, bruh. Like, some people actually are real solid people and they'll put you on to what you need to be actually put on to. And I hope you the same way when it comes to you making your courses or selling your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Just because some people is out here doing the wrong thing don't mean everybody's out here doing the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand how to also use discernment when it comes to things as well. Like, do you see some reviews? Do you got somebody that used it before? Like, what do they say? But at the same time, you can't take people's reviews and like what they say about certain things to heart. Like, you still got to see for yourself. Like, at the time, his courses was like $25. Like, you telling me $25 is too much to just see for yourself? You know what I'm saying? It was courses that I was buying that was $500. They taught me a little something, but they didn't teach me more than what Chris was teaching me at 25. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, that course should have been thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? But he sold it for 25. You know what I'm saying? I got in for 25. Scared money don't make no money. I wasn't scared to just spend it. You know what I'm saying? It's just $25, bro. Like, you can make $25 back the very next day. You know what I'm saying? Even if you go and you got a $10 an hour job, within the first 3 hours, you made your money back. So what are we talking about? So I did it. People told me it was a scam and all this type of stuff. I purchased. And to this day, them same people that was trying to tell me it's a scam come back all the time now and tell me how they watch his stuff all the time. He's the one that's been changing their life when it comes to stocks and all this type of stuff. I'm the person that put them on and all this type of, like, go with your first mind, bro. If you feel like something can be lucrative for you or help you in any kind of way when it comes to your learning ability, bro, go. Stop worrying about what everybody else think and what they gonna say, what they think you should be doing, bro. Go. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here every single day. People are telling me to go apply for these jobs. I'm just like, my nigga, every single time I'm applying for these jobs, I'm still applying, but you know what I'm saying? The job market is kind of crazy. Like, I heard the other day that a lot of these jobs be ghost jobs. You ever heard about that? Ghost jobs. People just posting these jobs as available just to make the current employees they have work harder, which is crazy to me. But at the same time, it don't stop me. Like, as a man, you got to figure it out. As a man, you got to be out here just grinding, hustling, doing whatever you can to just make a little pocket change. You know what I'm talking about? Just to make it go do what you need to go do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be the person that's going to sit here and say, well, I can't do this because of this. So what is that? People are still going to depend on you and want to depend on you to get certain things done. So as a man, I go out here every single day and I just make sure that I'm going to find a way to make some money any kind of way. I'm doing this YouTube channel. Eventually, it's going to make money. I'm going to make some money from this. I'm going to start having affiliate links in the descriptions. If I got something posted, go check them out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna have affiliate links posted. I'm gonna end up making some money from that stuff. I'm gonna have a blog and all that stuff launched. Eventually, I'm gonna start making money from that stuff. I manage a music artist. Eventually, I'm gonna make money from the music artist. I do films, all this type of stuff. Eventually, I will be able to sell my films to make money from my films. I do logo designs. Well, I can't say eventually. I'm getting paid for my logo designs on a consistent basis. Eventually, it's going to get even more greater. You know what I'm saying? I remember a time I was starting out just doing like $50, $100 designs. Now I'm over here doing 500, 1,000, 2,000, 2,500. I mean, 3,000. I think the most I've done for a logo design, and it didn't even come out, with $6,000. $6,000, and it was a company that was like a startup company, and they was just like, we want your stuff, but we'll come back. We're going to pay you in full for your services because you did an excellent job, but we just we don't see eye to eye right now what we want when it comes to the design, so we'll come back. You know what I'm saying? $6,000, like off top, like 50% deposit. But I'm saying that to say I'm going to go out here every single day and figure out how to win, figure out how to make some money, figure out how to get it in, you know what I'm talking about? And I think you need to be doing that same thing too, bro. As a grown-ass man, bro, like, you got to go out, like, ain't no excuses. You know what I'm saying? Either you provide or you're a loser, which is crazy, right? Because that's all they care about us for when it comes to anything. My bad, I'm looking at myself. I really rock with my hair, dog. Sorry, y'all. I'm free-forming. Just doing what the hell I want to do with my life, my body, my way. I don't care what nobody got to say about me. Proof, bruh. Proof. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about me. Niggas be talking. They think my hair dirty or wild and all that stuff. I don't give a damn. Then they smell my hair, but like, my nigga, your shit clean. Like, I know. Man, ain't no dirty ass boy. But yeah, bro, like a grown-ass man, I got my son up there. He sleep right now. I need to go check on him and make sure that he all right and everything good before I get to work. Man, I'm just grateful that no matter what's going on in my life, I'm a person that's going to figure it out. I'm a person that's going to do whatever I got to do to make sure that I make it out of whatever hole that I'm in, whatever trap that I'm in. You can't tame me, bro. Like, I'm gonna make it happen. But I don't even know what the mission of this whole rant was for. I think the whole rant was just mainly just to say Bitcoin is up, get back into the stock market, get back into Bitcoin. I don't really trust no other coin. I'm really just all Bitcoin. I don't really trust nothing else. You might like something else, cool. That's you, dog. That ain't me. I don't know. I tried everything else. I finally I'm finally getting myself out of Ethereum today. I just can't keep doing that right now. But yeah, man, the main thing I want to get to was just, it's time to start going digital. It's time to start figuring out how to make money from the comfort of your own home. It's time to make sure that no matter what's going on, as you sleep, you making some kind of money. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're selling a course of your knowledge, whatever you know, you can end up selling it, right? You do know that, right? Like, you can sell it, you can package it up and sell it on Gumroad, you can sell it on Stand Store, you can sell it on Teachable or like stuff like that. You can sell it on your own Shopify store. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really don't matter. Hell, you can go to beacons.ai, I think it's called, beacons.ai, and sell it on your own store. You know what I'm saying? Just upload your files and sell it. You know what I'm saying? Name your price and sell it. You know what I'm saying? I think when it comes to everything that you got going on, going direct to your consumers is all you need to be worried about. So if you can find a way to market and tell the story that you need to be telling to get the sales going, that's what you need to be doing. Focus on marketing. If anything, I would say you need to hop on YouTube and just start learning marketing. Going to see where you can like find some courses online. I think Google got some free courses. I think you got to pay for it, like 40 something, I don't know. But Google got some free courses, if I'm not mistaken. I think I took one that was free, but I eventually had to pay for it. Digital marketing courses. If you don't know marketing, bro, learn marketing. Marketing is gonna be your best friend. Copywriting is gonna be your best friend. getting into this AI space and having AI help you with certain things can be your best friend. Probably I'll make a video. Probably I'll make a video shortly on how you can use Chat GPT or Claude to like help you like create these type of things, right? But at the end of the day, everything that you're gonna end up doing when it comes to your success is gonna have to be based on you. You got to be ready to step up and take on the challenge, dog. You got to be able to say, no matter what's going on in my life, dog, I'm gonna make it happen. No matter what's going on, I'm gonna make it happen. So yeah, get to digital courses. I just created an ebook for affiliate marketing. I'm about to sell that. Actually, I just created an ebook for affiliate marketing. I'm gonna link that in the description as well. If y'all want to buy it, I'll put it up for like $5 or something like that. If y'all want to buy that and just like go through it and like see how you can go about getting your affiliate marketing stuff on, then yeah, go check that out. I really hope I don't forget to link all this stuff in the video. But yeah, that'll be in there. And yeah. The main thing I'm gonna do on this channel is always lead by example. So I got my first little product and I'm about to put it out to y'all. Y'all can go ahead and purchase that and do as you will. I'll put it up for $5. I possibly might put it on Gumroad as well. And if y'all want to help push it or sell it, y'all can get a piece of that. You know what I'm talking about? But I'll let y'all know about that. If anything, if you are the person that know how to make these products, and you don't want to, you probably not be good at selling it or whatever, you could just sit there all day on your computer and make products, right? Or package up your knowledge and then hit Gumroad or whatever other site that offers like affiliate marketing splits. I'm not sure about any other place. If you search it, you can find it, but I've only known about Gumroad. But anybody that does affiliate marketing splits, you can end up posting the product to your page or whatever, and it automatically add people that want to be affiliates, and as they sell stuff, you can give them a automatic percentage every sale that they get. So you can have some products that you made and people don't got products, but they got an audience, right? Like you can have them end up like selling what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? So not only do they make money from being an affiliate of your products, but you make money and you pretty much didn't have to do anything but just let people know that, hey, if you're trying to make some money, I got some products that you can make some money with. You know what I'm saying? Like no diggity, no diz out. No, like you got to find ways how to hustle, how to make your money, how to do whatever you can to make sure that you bringing something in. You know what I'm saying? But when you get it, the formula that Chris Johnson teaches is get money by income, right? So take your active income and increase your passive, right? So from the job, from whatever you selling digitally, from whatever you selling physically, business income, you hustling side gigs, whatever. However you get money, want to take that money and go buy more money, right? So that's what you do when you go to the stock market. You're not buying Nike per se. You ain't buying Nike shoes. You buying into the business of Nike. You know what I'm saying? So as Nike rises, and I think Nike pay a dividend. Let's say Nike pay a dividend. You buy into Nike. Nike pay a dividend. Let's say they pay every quarter, right? So that's 3 dividend payments. That's 4 dividend payments a year, right? So every single quarter, every 3 months, that Nike go ahead and pay shareholders a dividend for owning the company. You are now being paid from Nike. My whole thing is when you do that, you are starting a cycle of something that can really be very lucrative for you and your family, right? Because think about this. How I think about it is that, okay, if you got 10 stocks, right, and you are going to go as hard as you possibly can. Let's say that you got a job, right, and at your job you make it $50,000 a year, right? You can be investing in dividend paying stocks. Let's say you got 10 dividend paying stocks that you want to invest in, right? You go invest in those 10 dividend paying stocks and you can get all them up to 50,000 a piece, right? Or if you don't want to do that, when I say 10, let's just try to half it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much is it going to take for each stock to help you get to that $50,000 mark through the stock market? You know what I'm saying? So, I said it right. Through the stock market, right? So, basically, what I'm saying is you could be using your paycheck to end up doubling your income. You know what I'm saying? You can end up having 50,000 from the job, but you got 50,000 worth of assets in the market as well too. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you just kind of created your own clone of an employee, right? And this is somewhat like almost like a base, right? Because it's like, if you got your drip on, especially if you got your drip on, it's going to keep purchasing more and more and more, right? And then these stocks are going to keep going up. So the value is, everything is constantly going up or whatever. So you constantly adding more value into that portfolio for yourself, right? So that's my whole thing. Like, basically it's like, how many employees can I take and make with my money, right? So every single one of my dollars that I make has to go make me more money, has to go bring me back more dollars, right? So every single dollar that I make has to go get a job, basically. Every single dollar I make has to go get a job. You know what I'm saying? It has to go bring me back a return so I can sit back like the CEO I am and just go chill. While I'm making more money, I'm putting more money into employment, if that makes sense. So, do that make sense? I think it makes sense. I hope y'all understand that. So every dollar is an employee, and I'm putting it in position to go make me some money. I'm saying, here, you got a job to go work over here at Realty Company. Realty, whatever. Ticker sign O. You got a job to go work at SPG. You got a job to go work at Nike. You got a job to go work at Coca-Cola. You got a job to go work at Waste Management. You got a job to go work at Microsoft, Tesla, this, that. You know what I'm saying? However many employees you want to send to the workforce to go work for a specific company type thing is what I'm getting at. I like that. I really do like that. So yeah, that's how I treat it when it comes to every single thing, right? And not only am I doing it for myself, but I do it for my son as well. Like, you can make custodial accounts, bro, and put your kids on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will be the person that's in charge of the account, but at least early on, you can start to help guide your kids in the right way. I forgot what the actual site was back a few years ago when I first got my first custodial account for my son, but it was something that was so easy for kids that I was trying to put my nieces and all that type of stuff on. And it was just something that kids can have a fun way of finding out how to invest in the stuff that they like. I want to say her name is Ashley Fox. I got time. I'm not about to get this wrong. I want to say her name is Ashley Fox that put me on to that. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure that I give the proper credit before we go on. Ashley Fox? Ashley Fox. Yeah. I don't know if y'all can see this. Hope y'all can. Ashley Fox. She was one of the people that I learned from early on, and it was more so because she was teaching stocks from the perspective of, like, this is what she's doing for her niece, right? So I'm like, well, I just had a son. Let me start doing this for my son as well. I got nieces and nephews. Let me help they parents start doing this for them. Let me help my grandmother start doing it for them as well. Like, when a family come together and start to, like, really understand where they can take things, we become invincible. We become a family that can really, like, go out here and create a better world for our families, right? Because just because you didn't come from a wealthy bloodline don't mean your kids shouldn't come from one, right? And I strongly believe that. I strongly believe that no matter what's going on in my life, it's my job to make sure that I'm going as far as possible when it comes to establishing myself and establishing my family, and making sure that when my son get grown, he don't gotta want for nothing. He don't gotta get it from the bottom. He don't gotta start from the bottom. He don't gotta get it out the mud like I had to. You know what I'm saying? I want, as he's growing up, I'm teaching him, I'm guiding him, I'm forcing this education upon him. Like, and anytime I mention Bitcoin, he just love the word. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing this stuff in order to make sure that a wealthy family comes from me. I'm doing this stuff to make sure that no matter what's going on in my life, I'm in a position where my family is always good and always taken care of. I don't even want my son to even know what the hood is. You know what I'm saying? I don't even wish or desire for my child to ever have to be struggling or anything like that. We have a great relationship, and I promise that it will continue to get even better. That's just being a father. I want to be the greatest father, the greatest provider, the leader, protector, director I can possibly be when it comes to him and his bloodline. Him and his siblings, his future siblings. I ain't got no kids. But that's the whole thing that I'm getting at. Like, we have to be so much more open with each other when it comes to helping teach and guide each other, right? The thing about me is that my family get tired of me on a consistent basis, of me just constantly talking about investing, putting your money to work for you and all that type of stuff. They constantly get tired of me saying that, right? I remember when I like really started it, trying to learn from it, trying to learn it myself, was like 2018, and people didn't even want to hear me. They didn't want to hear me at all when it came to that part. But business wise, I've been talking like this since 2010, bro, since I was young. Because I think that first business experience and not knowing how to go about it the right way, it made me vulnerable to a lot of mistakes. And I didn't have nobody in my corner to teach me what I didn't know or what I needed to know, or teach me how to go about controlling this thing in the right way, right? So I spent a lot of years just sitting in my room, just trying to like figure this out. Like, I've been a madman for the better end of 15 years, going on 15 years. Damn. 15 years, bro. I've been a madman just trying to figure every single thing out. And I've been sitting here trying to figure it out in entertainment, business, stocks, crypto. Been trying to figure it out in whatever industry I get my hand in. I'm trying to figure it out. I want to know it all. Like, I understand that it don't matter how long I've been into something, I don't know it all. I need to figure it out. I cannot sit here and be just an ignorant person when it comes to this stuff. I need to know how everything moves. And as I'm going out here and I'm making the plays to try to figure it out even more, I have to be able to teach this to a fifth grader. You know what I'm saying? I have to be able to teach this to a person that don't really understand the big words. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point that I manage artists, but at this point, you can call me a manager, but damn, I'm more so of a teacher. But it's people that's been in the music industry and all this type of stuff for mad long years, and they be sitting here telling me like they already have success and they millionaires from and all that type of stuff, and they be sitting here telling me like, I don't know, bro, like, bro, you know, like, you like bro, you be putting niggas on, like, all that. Like, I'm just really passionate about the business side of every single thing, bro, because I just remember that person that was 18 years old, 19 years old, making all that money, doing all the wrong things. And then when it came time to actually like handle certain things, I didn't know. And I didn't have anybody I can go to, because at that time, I was out the business. I really kind of like just like said bye to everybody. I wanted to focus completely on music. And I didn't have any numbers and stuff no more, like the millionaires and all that type of stuff. I didn't have any numbers and stuff no more. So it wasn't like I just pull up to their house on a random ass day. Like, they live in Eagles Landing, bro. I got to, like you got to check in before you even come through that gate, dog. So I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? So I just
wish I had some people that could really show me what I was getting myself into. Cause they showed me every single time I was around, they showed me when it came to that business. You know what I'm saying? They showed me when it came to networking, when it came to presenting, when it came to marketing and all that type of stuff, right? They showed me that stuff. And that's cool, but I was stepping into a whole nother world of entertainment, which I did not understand at all. You know what I'm saying? I thought I did when I was coming into it because, you know, I watched the interviews. I was a whole student of like everything Suge was doing, Jay Prince, Master P, E40, like people like this. Like I was a student of all that type of stuff. But what I realized is I was more of a student that was fascinated with how it looked instead of how the business was actually going, if that makes sense. Like I was so focused on getting there, I wasn't actually like understanding the steps to actually make it happen. And like how to construct the business the right way to make it happen. I was more so just like a fan of them and just like wanting to hear their story type thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's when it really hit me. That's when it really got me is that, oh, well, in order to get us where we going, I have to sit here and be a student for a while. I got to pay attention. I got to learn this stuff for real. Like I just can't be out here just like making songs to make songs to try to go get a record deal and then get cheated out the record deal. So then I really never make the money that I thought I was going to make from my art. But at the same time, I don't own my art. But at the same time, I'm trying to put stuff out so I can get in position where I can make money and own my art on my own. But a label is cheating me out of everything that I did. I don't own my name. I don't own this. I don't own that. Like, that's crazy. So I was like, let me sit back and figure it out. And while I was figuring it out, thank God I had a roster full of people that I could figure it out with, you know what I'm saying, as artists. So I stopped doing the music and I just started focusing on the business of every single thing. And as I started to focus on the business of every single thing, I started to realize what I was doing wrong the whole time versus what they're doing wrong versus what everybody else is doing right, that we need to start adapting. That's a lot. But basically, what I'm saying, everything just started to make sense. Everything started to make sense. And to be honest, if you don't play any game you play, you got to have money to invest and push yourself into the best position you can be to get highlighted in that game. If you don't got the money to push, you're really not getting anything. You know what I'm saying? Rarely does it work where people just putting some music out or posting about their product and people and the masses just gravitate to it and take you up under their wing and all that type of stuff. That rarely happens, right? People always think that it's going to happen like that, but it rarely happens, if not at all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that you see that's popular and all that type of stuff you think is organic, it just pops and happens. It's not really organic. It doesn't really just happen. Like there's money being put behind it. I remember the main thing people thought about Jay-Z's 444 was that it's Jay-Z. It was going to do whatever it was because he was Jay-Z. But even Jay-Z had ads being ran for that whole project. He had billboards in Times Square. He had this, he had that. He had people talking about it and giving their honest feedback. Like he had a whole marketing and rollout plan like they always do. Everything that you see that comes onto the picture of what you see in life, like this is a rollout. We're in the process of a rollout. You know what I'm saying? Like these music videos that's being put up or these commercials is not being put up because they shot it that day. They shot it months ago or a year ago. And it's just now being rolled out now in the right way. But people don't understand that. People think that everything is just given to whoever and is handed. Like, no, people are spending real money just to make more money. People are spending real money just to make more money. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that you should be out here, you got a product to sell, but you have no money to put up behind that product to push it, right? If you about to sell something that you about to sell for, like, let's say $200, right? You selling something for $200. Why you don't got $200 to put up to match the price of that inventory or whatever? You know what I'm saying? If you got something that's $1,000, why don't you got $1,000 to help push it as well? You know know what I'm saying? We always get the inventory made, or we always make the thing for whatever price. We focus the whole budget on the price of the inventory or the product. But then when it comes to actually pushing the product, we don't have no money at all left to push the product. Like, I'm pretty much just saying that because I'm talking to one of my artists right now, and he was trying to do, he's trying to spend $1,000 to get all this stuff done. But I'm like, nah, bro, it's half in that, because we need to get the stuff done, but also we need to push it. Like, you know what I'm saying? What you seeing in your head is not going to happen unless we got the money to actually push this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So that was the main thing I was getting at today. Maybe that is what started to push this rant in the first place, because, man, I'm just looking at certain things. I think as you start to learn and know stuff, and stuff becomes so much more, how would I say this? So much more obvious, that you start to realize the mistakes that was being made the whole time. I want to say that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, because too many times we allow the wrong thing to happen because we're thinking about, like, we're so focused on something going and being this big thing and this huge hit, but we don't necessarily give the right support when it comes to actually pushing it, if that makes sense. Right? Like, your friend could put something out that they trying to sell right now, and they've been telling you about it this whole time, and they pretty much involved you in the whole strategy and all that type of stuff. And now that it's out, you're not even helping. You ain't even liking it. You ain't even sharing it. You ain't even telling somebody about it. It's crazy. I see Jasper on Twitter every single day, it seemed like, and he's telling people about the new Tyler album, Chromacopia, which is amazing, by the way. But he's telling people about this every single day just as much as Tyler is. Like, he's saying, today he said, keep streaming Chromacopia to keep it number one for another week. Let's do this. And then he came out with another tweet talking about, make sure y'all buy it on vinyl as well. I'm like, bro, like, that's support. That's a muff that get it, bro. That's a muff that get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do whatever you can to make sure that the art or whatever you're creating or the knowledge that you're sharing or whatever you're trying to sell, whatever you're trying to bring in money for, make sure that no matter what's going on in life, that somebody is going to be able to see it. You know what I'm saying? If you got 400 followers on Instagram, that's potentially 400 people seeing whatever you posted, but we can't really say it's really 400 because the algorithm is crazy. So let's say it'd be like 80 people seeing exactly what you posting, right? 80, all right. Let's say like 150 actually seeing what you posted, right? But there's a whole world out here, bro. There's a whole world out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are worrying about all the followers right here in the U.S. Like, bruh, you got some people in Japan that will willingly buy your stuff right now that really need that information or really want that product really bad. Like, you got some people over in China, some people in Russia, some people in Mexico, like wherever it is, bro. You got people that wants to support you at whatever the cost may be. They don't really care about all that, bro. Like, you got people. But you're just not putting yourself in a position to get into their face. So once you put yourself in a position to get into their face, everything can start to work and start to pop for you a little bit more. People say that certain things don't work. It's just because they don't know how to work it. You know what I'm saying? I think most of the time the market can see when you just trying to get a cash grab, dog. So you need to be real genuine when it comes to everything that you're trying to do and why you're trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's going to kind of reveal itself to you. You know what I'm saying? How do I explain that a little more that where I can really understand it? At the end of the day, is really going to explain. At the end of the day, it's really going to reveal itself to you, because you kind of seeing it in like the back office with the analytics and all that type of stuff. But it reveals to you who's coming to you naturally. And then you could be like, oh, okay, well, this person, well, these kind of people, this age range, this type of demographic, this state, this city, this country. Okay, cool. Now I can go target them, ads. This ain't no thing to say, like, let's just run ads like motherfucker. But it's kind of saying, like, let's run ads like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But basically, what I'm saying is, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, wow. You know what? Sorry. It was a whole rant. I had a whole thing. My whole thing was just wanted to come in here and, like, happy that Bitcoin crossed 92,000. And I was like, yeah, it's going to 100,000 as soon as possible. And I just want people to not miss out on it. I want y'all to get involved. I want y'all to go crazy when it comes to setting up your families for success and all this type of stuff. It's not a get rich quick scheme. We just trying to get rich guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I really just wanted to rant and say, like, we gonna end up talking about some real heavy stuff when it comes to building for your families on here, bro. As black men, we have to, when we got the world against us, dog. So it's only right that we do whatever we can in our power to paint our world the right way in which we see it being painted. That's totally up to you. That's totally fine. That you got a certain way that you want to go about it. Cool. But I'm just here to give some insight to what I understand, give off some of my knowledge, some of my wisdom, some of my guidance, and just help you guys be better men, be better leaders, providers, protectors, directors. I like that. That's my catchphrase now. Better leaders, guiders, providers, protectors, directors. I love it all. But yeah, man. One thing about it, two things for sure. I'm gone.